You probably felt it with every trade update and roster headline. Losing Micah Parsons was a punch to the gut for Cowboys fans. And anyone who follows this team knows how much of an identity he brought to the defense. That's exactly why what's happening right now on the other side of the line deserves real attention. An off-season pickup who arrived under the radar has quietly begun to make a big difference. The Dallas front has found an engine in James Houston, a player who wasn't a first-round splash or a national name when he arrived, but who is suddenly producing the kinds of plays that stop drives and swing momentum. Over his recent stretch, he's put up 3.5 sacks in 4 games. And that's not all. He's added a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and multiple run stubs that show he's doing more than just chasing quarterbacks. He's impacting both phases of the defense. Now, before anyone starts penciling him in as the next Parsons, let me be clear. Houston isn't a one-for-one replacement for the unique skill set Parsons provided. What he is doing, though, is buying the Cowboys crucial breathing room. His ability to pressure the edge without telegraphing blitzes helps the secondary and gives the rest of the defense time to adjust, while the offense continues to integrate new pieces like George Pickens and Javonte Williams, which frankly takes pressure off the defense to carry every game. If you're wondering how convinced you should be, here's a quick poll for you. Do you think James Houston can be a long-term starter for the Cowboys? Vote yes or no and drop your pick in the comments. And while you're there, tell me the single play from Houston that convinced you he belongs. If you're new here, do me a favor and hit subscribe. We're pushing to reach 16,000 subscribers, and every new sub helps us keep breaking down stories like this for you. Stick with me. I'm going to walk you through who Houston is, how he's producing, and why his rise matters for the rest of the season. So let's dig into who James Houston actually is, and how he ended up becoming such an important piece of the Cowboys' puzzle this season. If you didn't follow him before Dallas, you wouldn't be alone. Houston's resume heading into town looked like a journeyman edge rusher who had to fight for roster spots and opportunities. That background is precisely what makes his emergence so satisfying to watch. This is a player who earned his chance and then seized it. When the Cowboys brought him in, expectations were modest. Depth and rotational snaps were the likely ceiling. But he's flipped that script by earning meaningful reps and finishing plays. Those 3.5 sacks across 4 games don't just look good on the stat sheet. They stack up favorably, even compared to what Parsons has done in the same stretch. And the difference isn't just in raw sacks. Houston has added a forced fumble, a recovery and run stops that show genuine versatility. I'm not saying Houston is Parsons. That would be unfair. Parsons was a rare playmaker who regularly demanded special blocking schemes and game planning. Houston's value is different: consistency, finishing power, and reliability. He's giving this defensive front something it sorely needed: a dependable edge presence that opponents now must account for. Quick question for you. Do you trust the Cowboys' edge rotation now that Houston is playing at this level? Drop yes or no in the comments. And while you're there, name one other team Houston played for before arriving in Dallas if you know it. I'll be watching those replies. When you look past the stats and actually watch the tape, the reasons for Houston's rise become obvious. His pass rush timing is excellent. He explodes at the right moment off the snap and forces tackles to overcommit or hesitate, which opens clean lanes to the quarterback. That's how you get sacks that come at drive-killing moments, the kind that push opponents out of field goal range or turn manageable third downs into desperation situations. But Houston's impact isn't limited to pressuring passers. He's also shown the ability to set the edge and make run stops, diagnosing plays and finishing them with the physicality coaches crave. Those run stuffs shift the down and distance in the Cowboys' favor and force offensive staffs into less comfortable play calling. Add to that a knack for turnovers, the forced fumble and recovery we've seen, and you have a player who does more than one job well. He creates opportunities, protects leads, and changes game flow. Another big ripple effect is how his success reduces the need for exotic blitz packages. When Houston can win one-on-one reps, Dallas doesn't have to blitz as often, which keeps linebackers clean in coverage and helps the secondary avoid getting exposed on big plays. In short, Houston making his matchups easier to win makes life easier for everyone else on the defense. Which type of upcoming opponent worries you the most for the Cowboys' front? A power, run-heavy team testing the edge, or a pass-heavy attack where Houston must keep producing pressure? Drop your answer in the comments and also vote in the poll pinned to this video. Would you rather see Houston get more snaps or be rotated to keep him fresh? Choose more snaps or more rotation, and let's see where Cowboys Nation comes down. So what does all of this mean for the rest of the season? The short answer is options. Losing a star like Micah Parsons was always going to force Dallas to adapt rather than just replace. Houston's breakout gives this team real choices. They can ride his production and preserve other pieces, or they can use his play to mask weaker matchups, while the coaching staff finds complementary ways to win. If Houston sustains his level of play, consistent pressure, reliable edge setting, and timely turnovers, the Cowboys' defense isn't merely surviving the Parsons departure, it's remaining a legitimate unit capable of affecting playoff-level outcomes. That's huge, because Dallas has aspirations beyond merely keeping pace. This team wants to make noise in the postseason. Now I want to hear your prediction. Can Dallas make a deep playoff run without Micah Parsons? Hit the poll in this video with a yes or no and drop a bold prediction in the comments for James Houston's final sack total this season. Is it 7? 10? Maybe even higher if he keeps this pace. I'll read the best answers and feature the most creative predictions in the next video. Before I close, thank you for being part of this community. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit that button now and help us reach our 16,000 subscriber goal. Like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown and share it with another Cowboys fan so we can grow this conversation. The story of James Houston is one of many we'll be tracking as the season unfolds. He may not be Micah Parsons, but his rise has given this defense bite and given you as a fan reason to stay optimistic. Keep watching, keep commenting, and I'll keep bringing you the kind of analysis that helps you understand what these plays mean for the big picture.